healing, healing for your soul. Know that there is healing for your soul. For a lot of my life, I was in church, but I wasn't a Christian. For a lot of my life, I was in church, but I wasn't a Christian. But this year taught me about God. This year, 2019, was one of the most hard years of my life. It was the hardest years of my life, and I was going through a really mentally dark time. And I was like, God, if you're real, come through for me. I don't know. I mean, I'm singing for you. I'm telling people about you, but in my heart, there's something there that's like unbelief that's lingering there. So these songs came to me while I was in really a dark place, and I was talking to a couple of my friends who were like, God got you, God got you. And one day the encouragement finally came to me, and the song says, the Lord is my shepherd. He goes before me, and even in the places that I cannot see, He's a defender behind me, and so I won't fear. I am filled with anointing, cup's overflowing. No weapon can harm me. I won't fear. Oh. Mountains and valleys, yeah, and destroys selfishness away, move pride away. I got to move things away so that God can live in my life permanently. Permanently. So when these dark times come, I know exactly what to do and who I can call on. Let's start that up. Oh, I find space for what I treasure. I make time for what I want. I choose my priorities, and Jesus, you're my number one. So I will make room for you. I will prepare for two, so you don't feel that you can't live here. Please live in me. I will make room for you. I will prepare for two, so you don't feel that you can't live here. Please live in me. My will, you can move that over. My way, you can move that over. My flow, you can move that over. My plan, you can move that over. My schedule, you can move that over. My itinerary, you can move that over. I will make room for you. My habits, you can move that over. My attitude, you can move that over. Whatever it is, God, you can move that over. That's not like you, you can move that over. Whatever it is, God, you can move that over. Move it over. You can move that over. See, I will make room in what it was the light. Yeah, that changed my life. It shines so bright, yeah. Shine so darkness red. Darkness red away. Hey, so it was the light. It was the light. That changed my life, and it shines so bright, shines so. And now I can see your grace. Now I can see your grace. Oh, now I can see your grace. 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 Grace, grace, God's grace. Grace that will pardon and cleanse within. Oh, grace, grace, God's grace. Grace that is greater than all our sins. Oh, how good to make Jesus. How good to make Jesus. We want to bless the name of God. This last song right here was my song of the year. This song right here, it just reminded me of the power of God's name. That demons tremble at the name of Jesus. And no matter what I'm going through, no matter what you're going through, when you call the name of Jesus, things happen. What I just say, things happen.
sit.
Bless them, Jesus. Glory.
So as I said earlier, God has been revealing himself to me this year. When I first started the year, before we started the year actually, as a group we set what the world calls resolutions. But we decided to set spiritual goals for ourselves. And I asked God for a lot of things, you know. But 4 things that I really wanted God to bless me with throughout this year was to show me my purpose in life, to allow me to hear his voice and to know that it is him, to give me the spirit of discernment, and to open my eyes spiritually. So when I asked God for these things, I really did not understand what I was asking. Like, I would share these things with my family members and my friends, and literally sometimes they would look at me as if something was like mentally wrong. And I'm like, bruh, but me and God, we were talking about this, and I'm just trying to like vocalize it so that I don't seem crazy. But they weren't on the same page. And I recently learned that when God shows you things, everybody around you and in your circle is not going to understand it because it's a you and God thing. God showed it to you for a reason. And I took a long time to understand it, but I'm really grateful I did. Towards the latter part of the year, I started to appreciate life a little bit more. People that someone that was close to me in my singing career, someone who was there from like the beginning. He passed away this year, and I started to look at my own life seriously. Like, the fact that I'm able to come up here and minister to you guys, the fact that I'm able to breathe, to go to school, things that I take for granted before, I no longer take for granted now because it's a gift to have life. There are those who don't have the ability to walk, to breathe, to move. Some people are living on machines for months. And sometimes the devil decides that he's going to cloud our mind and to just allow us to reflect on the negatives, forgetting that God has given us so many blessings. So many blessings. Life isn't great, but the fact that I have the ability to say that life is reason enough for me to give God praise. This year, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, was, I would say, one of the toughest. I'm about to be 19, and when I say like it was hard, it was hard. I've heard that when the devil sees purpose in you, he sends attack after attack after attack. I don't believe that. God is fashioning and preparing me to receive my blessing and to receive my purpose and to walk into my next season. And I say walk, not limp, not barely crawl, but walk. God is going to give me the strength to literally step into my next season and to do what I have to do in order to save lives. Sometimes I would come up here many times and I would sing, and honestly I didn't believe what I was singing sometimes. Like, life was that hard, but I was just like, yo, why am I singing this and I don't believe it myself? But throughout, like, after I've been through the trials, and it was trial after trial after trial, and I'm just like, God, why? After I face one, the next one comes and knocks me this way, next one comes and knocks me, and I didn't realize until recently that it was because I tried to fight the trials by myself. God literally, at one point, I just said, you know what, God? Just take it. I gave you a way to just do what you have to do in my life. And after realizing that you have to give it all to God in order for you to succeed, things started to be easier. I started to realize that it wasn't flesh that I'm fighting against. It wasn't the system. It was against principalities, as the Bible calls it. And when you look at it from a spiritual aspect, even though the situation may seem impossible, and when I tell you I've had situations that seemed impossible to go through, I didn't even know if I would be able to go to class, to register for classes for a fall semester. But God, in August, I gave my testimony about where, by the grace of God, my $6,000 debt was just magically forgiven, and I was able to register. And after those situations, I'm like, there's no way possible that I can't, amidst my storm, just give God praise. Sometimes you gotta just praise your way through it. The devil cannot dwell in praise. And once you create that atmosphere where God can dwell and give God the way to just move, He's about to work. He's about to use you as a testimony to everybody else and as an example. And lastly, this year, as I said, I've learned to serve God for myself. Usually when I was growing up, we heard fasting and praying, and I was like, we're not going to that church today. But this year, I realized the connection between fasting and praying. Yesterday, I fasted, and I was hungry, but it was when you take away something that you are so accustomed to having, God really, really, really talks to you. You have to create that atmosphere where God can it's just you and God communing one-on-one. And God has revealed so many things to me this year. And He's shown me my purpose, that the things that I go through, I don't go through it in vain. Everything that I encounter builds me, but also helps me to build up someone else. Some people aren't strong enough to endure the things that we endure, and God just uses us to just be that shoulder to cry on and to just carry them along the spiritual journey. And so these songs that I'm about to sing are the songs that really helped me through my journey, and I pray that someone may be blessed by these songs.
Amen.
Great is thy faithfulness, O